Hello, you are welcome today. Now we are going to look how we can promote our Windows Server 2003 to be to the domain, to have a domain which will allow the client users to log in from the client machine to the domain. Okay, how we can start? So in order to start to promote the server to be on the domain, so you have to check if it has IP address. For me, you see it doesn't have IP address. This is not the correct IP address. So let me change. Let me ncpa.cpl. I think it is visible well, and I click here. Then I right click here, click properties. I scroll to find TCP IP. It's this one. I click it, properties. Then I go to use IP address. I click here 192.168.10.10. I go subnet mask. This is /24. I go default IP address 10.1. I come here. I will use Google the Google IP address. I use this one. Let me use this on the alternative DNS server, and then I click OK, and I close. It is now having IP address, so I have to verify if it is already there. IP config again. You see now it is changed. I have my IP address. Now I'm going to promote this server to be a domain. Okay, what I will do, I will write DCPROMO. I click enter. I go next. Here I will type the name of my domain. For me, I use this one, 26.49.2.cnet. Okay, for you, you will have, let me use cnet only. For you, you will use what you have. I click here. It can change according to your preference or your requirements. You can use any name you have here. You can name your domain anything you like or you want or you have. It's up to you. Okay, let's wait till to finish to write it. Okay, now it is coming. You see domain name, BIOS name. This is the name which will be used by the client machines to connect to the domain. So I type cnet. I want this to be the calling name. When the client calling the domain, he will use this name, cnet. Okay, I go for next, and I have to wait a few moments. Okay, I come again next. Here I have to type the password to be used. For me, I use the password I like. For you can use yours. Okay, you type your password and you confirm the password and you go next. Okay, I have to wait till the directory install the wizard. Okay, Okay, now it is finished. I click finish and I will restart my computer. Okay, when it is starting to be restarted, I have to show you that how I will test this is the machine, which is the Windows Server 2003, which I promote to be on the domain. So I want to use this PC to connect to the domain. Okay, what I do, I click this computer. Let me minimize this. Okay, this PC1, it is an XP computer. Okay, in order to connect to the domain, first thing I have to do is to give it IP address ncpa.cpl. okay, so you see this padlock, so I have to close it. I come here to check. This is the firewall. This one is the firewall. I come here to the firewall, I click off. Okay, when it is off, I have to, this one, it shows me that there's no IP address in this computer. I have to right click properties. I find it is PIP. I go properties and then I use IP address. Then I type 192.168.110. It has to be on the same LAN network. So then .1. Okay, here on preferred DNS server, I use the IP address of the server, which one I give this server. Okay, remember here I have to type the same as I type on the server. Okay, and I have to click OK and I close it. Okay, when the computer is able to ping the server, that means it can connect to the domain. When it doesn't ping, that means there is error. Okay, first thing we are going to do is to ping. In order the machines to ping, after you have let me show you something. Let me go to CMD. I type ipconfig here in the server. You see the IP address of the server, and here I have to display all CMD ipconfig. Okay, when you see here they have IP address on the same subnet. Okay, 1010, they are the same subnet. Okay, so what I have to do, first thing, you come in your VirtualBox, you see this machine, go to setting, network. When you go to network, you see it has bridged adapter on the family controller. Okay, and you have to check also this one also, this PC also, it is on the same adapter. Okay, when all are on the same adapter, that means there's nothing that can interrupt their connectivity. Okay, in case they have the same subnet in IP address, so you have to check if your adapters are the same. Okay, now let me ping the server from the client machine 1010. Okay, you see now it is working. Yes, it is fine. You see, I sent 4, I received 4, lost is 0. That means it is okay. Now the server machine can ping the client. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I used the wrong one. I have to use 4. You see, now it is working. Okay, now I'm going to connect this XP computer to the domain. Now what I have to do, I right click, I click on start, I right click on my computer, properties, I go to properties, I go to computer name, I come to change, so I type domain. Remember the name I told you that we used to call it is CNET. I click OK. It gives me to type the username and password of this server. This is the name which I am going to use is this one, administrator. administrator, admin, make sure you type it well, administrator, and the password I configured to be used, and the password I configured to be used when connecting to the domain. Okay, and I call it to click OK. When you click OK, in case it is connecting, what I have to do, I have to wait. But remember, the server will need to have the user which one will come to this machine and connect to the domain. Okay, how I do, I click DCA.mcc in my server here. Okay, you see now it is coming, it is welcome. I click OK, I go to OK, then I go, it is off now. I'm going to create the user which will log in to this machine. Okay, so I come here, dca.msc, I click OK. I will come back later to this XP. I have to wait till the Active Directory open in this server computer. You see now it is open, 26492, this is the name I give it. So what I have to do, I have to create what I call organization unit. It's like a department. Let me name it IT. It's okay, IT now is available here, and I came here in IT, I create a user. Let me name it IT1. IT1. Okay, this is the login name through this machine. I click next. Password, let me use this one. And the instruction, here I say user must change password at the next login. So when the user login, he can change, or he can change the password on the first login. Let me come in this machine. You see I created IT. I'm going to enter into this machine as IT. I go input, keyboard, insert. I remove this name Nicholas. I type IT1. Okay, I type the password I use. Sorry, this is the password I use. I go to options, I change this one to CNET as the domain, and I click OK. It asks me you are required to change your password. Okay, first login here, you see new password. I'm going to type the new password. Okay, and I do it again in order to be confirmed. Okay, I click OK. Your password has been changed. That means it is working now. You see now my machine is up at IT1. Okay, here that means I can create more user as I want. Okay, let me continue. I'm going to create another organization unit. In each organization unit I will put 3 users. That means when you are working in large building, they contain different departments, or you're working in a project which you have different organization units or department, you can create them here. Like, let's click on your domain and create organization unit. Each one, let me call it HR. Okay, and I can create another one. I can name it students, and I can create another one like finance. Okay, and as I did before, to create the user in HR, I can come here, right click on HR, right click on HR. When the machine is not working very well, you can wait, come here and create a user. In the user, I type it the name to be I'm in HR. Let me call it HR1. HR1. I go next. This is the default password. Okay, finish. See, that means in HR I have a user. Yes, I come to the student, I create the student. Let me do this st1, and I create the password. You can change the permission when you want, like for these passwords. I go and I finish. I come to the finance. I have to wait till it comes. Everywhere I create the user, which means every user created in this the organization unit can log in through that client computer. User, I create like Fini1. I go next. Sorry. I go next. Okay, that means now every organization unit I created one user, but we have as I told you, I must have 3 users in each one, but this one was to show you that how to promote the server to the domain, and testing login through XP computer by using one of the user in each department. Here, as I told you, let me make this. I have this is another computer. This computer is not on the domain. That means I have to give it IP address ncpa.cpl is the shortcut to give it IP address. Let me close this firewall. I close it. I click OK. Limit, that means I have to do this. Okay, the same process. I know that you can do it. Here I have to give it 5 because the first PC one has 4 68.10.1. okay, here I have to type the IP address of the server. Okay, here I have to put the same IP I use as alternative DNS. I have to close. Okay, I have to come to start. I right click on my computer. I go to properties, computer name. I have to change. I have to come here, domain. I call it CNET. I click OK. The name, administrator, and here I have to type the password. I click OK. I call it, and you have to wait. See, this computer, as you know, it is in IT1. I have to wait this one. I want to log in as a student to show you that every user can log in. Okay, it is working. Click OK, click OK. I click OK once again, then I start my computer. I have to wait till to give me the option to log in. Okay, it's now coming. Okay, let's wait a few moments. So now it shows me that I can log in. I come to input, keyboard, insert. I delete this name Nicholas. I type st1. I type the password. Remember, the restriction says that I have to change the password on the first login. Okay, I have to change this to the domain. You see, you are required to change your password at the first login. I change it. This is the one I want. You can use the password which you will remember. Don't use a strong one. Your password has to be changed. Yes, I click OK. Now as you see, I am in as st1. Which one is this? Student st1. You see, it's logged in. So I can add more user in each organization unit. That means the next time when you find that I have many users, it is the same process I did. I do this for minimizing the long time to take the time to take. So let's finish this here. Thank you for following. You can create more user as you have to create in your instructions or your preference. This video was to guide us to know how we can create users in the domain and how we can promote a server to be a domain. Thank you.